Hello and welcome to Vurism, short for virtual tourism. As announced in my first flight video, I have a couple of ideas like this, and we will start here in Africa. First, look for the Atar airport, or Atar, I don't know. Pick a runway and pick a reasonably fast plane. I took the Cessna Citation private jet. Get into the game, let it load, and then take off. I will not talk to all of these Vurism videos that I have in mind, but for this one I thought it might be nice to tell you what it's about, what my idea is, and I actually have something to say about the site as well. We will take off here in Atar as quickly as possible, and then we will turn quite straight to the east and climb as high as this metal bird will go and as fast as this metal bird will go, because we have quite some distance to cover. From here it's about almost 200 kilometers to the actual target, but Atar is the closest paved runway where you could start quick aircraft, and since we don't have fighter jets or anything in the game that only need a short runway, I figured it would be easier. There is a small strip closer, but it's still over 100 kilometers of flying, so I reckon it's faster if you start in Atar and then get there. Yeah, so I've accelerated the next bit because you don't probably want to sit through the whole flight. You can use very nicely the VFR map that you find in the drop-down menu on top, because the actual target is very clearly visible on this little map. It's this big circle here, and just head towards that and we will see when we arrive. While we're on the way, my idea for these Vurism videos will be that I show you how to get to a certain place or a certain area on the planet and just show you this area, because the planet Earth has a lot of obscure and interesting places that not many people know about. There are those sites that everyone knows about and they are overrun like crazy, and then there are those sites, especially natural beauties, that not many people know about, and I try to bring you closer to them with this revolutionary new planet simulator. And here we are. This is the Eye of Agamotto. Africa. Yeah, the Eye of Africa. Also called the Richard structure, or Richard, since this was a French colony, I guess French, but I can't speak French. Yeah, spelled Richard, whatever. It's quite center in the desert region of the Sahara in Mauritania, and it is very, very striking that even astronauts from space use it for navigation for where they are, because you can see the structure from space. Interesting about this thing is, you see we are quite high in the sky here, and that thing is very, very large. We're talking about kilometers in diameter here, and it's still not fully clear why it is here or what caused it. There are certain theories or ideas, but none of them are proven yet. Some revolve around an asteroid impact or a meteor impact, some revolve around volcanic causes, especially because you can't find any asteroid material in the rocks here. It's all sedimentary rock, so yeah, it's still unclear. You could get famous if you go there and figure out how this came to be. My personal theory would be it is something that dropped from space there, because the whole thing just looks like shockwave compressed, like all these circular valleys look like compressed by a huge shockwave from some kind of outside force. Also, if you look at the edges, you see that water is flowing inwards. There are all these tiny rivers going inside, at least in the rainy season, I guess. Which means that the whole area is below the average height of the surroundings and not above them, which kind of speaks against volcanic activity, for the reason that there is not any asteroid material. Well, with all these rivers, and considering we are in the Sahara Desert, you would expect to find mostly sedimentary rock, because that's what's flowing in. All the rivers will bring over thousands of years. They will bring sand and stuff and compress that into actual rock. So my guess would be that the original crater was even much deeper than the Eye of Africa is right now, and over time it filled up with sand through these flowing rivers, covering up the actual asteroid cores way below the structure itself. But that's just a theory. What most people agree is that some kind of very, very big explosion took place here. You see, we're flying very low and very fast here. We're flying 400 knots, that's almost Mach 1. And you saw we didn't even cross, well, a quarter of the diameter with Mach 1, with 1000 kilometers per hour. So yeah, this thing is truly huge. So let's find a nice spot for a nice picture somewhere. There you can see the rivers quite nicely over there, how they all flow inwards, and then there's one spot. If you look on a satellite, you can clearly see this thing from satellite too. You can see where the water is flowing out again, but all those streams are flowing into the eye first before they flow out all at one spot. Now, oh yeah, let's take a picture here. I'm still figuring out how to use all these camera tools. I'm also not quite sure why my airspeed dropped to 0 now, because I was just using the live pause, so it should have retained my speed, but somehow it dropped to 0. Before I froze time, I was well in the green, and after I froze time, I was completely standstill and falling from the sky, but thankfully we're super high, so no problem there. Might be a bug, but maybe I'm also too stupid to use the cameras yet. So yeah, the game came out yesterday, so yeah, I will figure it out down the way. Yeah, this is the structure de Richard, the Richard structure, or commonly known as the Eye of Africa, or the Eye of the Sahara sometimes. But yeah, call it whatever you want. Figure out what it is, and you will get famous. Let me know what you think of this Vurism idea. I've got quite a few, like a dozen more ideas what to show off, some more obscure places like this. Let me know what you think, and see you next time. I've been Skyrex, and I wish you a beautiful day. Cheers!
Overspeed.